a lot of what I needed to do was to wake up a somewhat complacent, a wonderful culture, but a complacent culture that had, in some ways, had lost the will to live, and change the way people worked, make them service-oriented, focus on their customer, build better product. And yes, some of it is just nuts and bolts, obvious things, buy in the right hardware, get the right developers. But a lot of it is really about the social fabric of the organization. What are the cultural expectations? What is the culture? When somebody talks about the culture of a firm, what they're really talking about is, how do we do things around here? It isn't obvious, certainly to the law school graduate, as to why some of the softer skills make such a big bottom line difference. But ask yourself the question, why did Jack Welch go to every session at Crotonville? Why do I leave my office in London at Reuters, go to the University of Michigan, and personally appear at every course we do with Jeff DeGraff and team? It's because leadership is absolutely vital. It's vital to communicate your culture. It's vital so that you don't have to just run a command and control operation, so that people will understand what you want them to do and lead themselves and lead others. So I think it's vital. There are people always like that. They arrive, we run a week program at the University of Michigan. They'll arrive the first day, and they're the ones incredibly busy on their BlackBerry, and I knew everything there is possibly to know, and why am I wasting my time? We just make them go, and something amazing happens roundabout by sort of noon on the first day. The BlackBerries stay down. We don't have to remind them, don't be distracted with your electronic toys, because they begin, the penny just drops that this stuff's important, and it's for hard business reasons. They're not there for some jolly. We did an evaluation of different executive programs around the world. And even though Michigan ended up being one of the least convenient places for us to send our people from, South Africa, London, Asia, etc., it was really because the team we had, Jeff and two other professors, were so good in particular at the leadership and softer skills. Plenty of people can provide finance skills, marketing skills, just the nuts and bolts things. But the softer elements, and to approach those in a disciplined and results-oriented way, is very rare. Now, Jeff himself is just such a high-energy, innovative, creative person. I call him the Van der Graaf generator. He's constantly sparking 100 ideas, and every one of our people who go there, he's one of those people who you want to be around, so it makes it easy to sell the course. I was an attorney, and I had never been to leadership training before, and I went through the program the first time myself. And what you can expect is, one, a lot of actually pragmatic things that can help the next day. So, we run an exercise called the leadership experiment, which is, when you go back to work, what are you going to do differently? What are you going to gather your team around them and tell them you're going to do differently? And it's had a real galvanizing effect. But beyond just the professional advantages, it actually brings a self-awareness to the people who are receptive to it. And some of the most dramatic changes we've seen are not just in work output, but in just the entire way people feel about, how happy are they in their family lives, their choice of work-life balance. It's brought actual meaning to people's lives, and that's great to see.